show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work.
They say lightning doesn't strike twice, but it has here in Savannah, Georgia, as we have a rematch of the 2025 EAFL championship game going on here. As we have the Tarpon Springs Pirates taking on the Cherokee County Bruins. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Beaufort Zone. I'm Tristan Roberts. Here alongside me is Javon Livingston. They did the coin flip, excuse me. Did the coin flip a little earlier because it was going to rain. It did rain, but we're all clear. Weather looking good. The Tarpon Springs Pirates deferred to the second half, and here's the kick. Number 5, David Moore Jr. gets it, and the Tarpon Springs Pirates are all over it. Great coverage there by the special teams unit. So the Cherokee County Bruins, 9-1 record on the season, are going to start off their first drive of the 2026 Elite American Football League Championship game in their inside their own 20.
Yeah, I'm excited here to see this action. These are two very similarly run programs, and by similar, I mean they're both well organized. Both teams, you know the landscape around semi-pro. Both of these teams, all their players were here about 2 hours early. They were warming up, and it wasn't like they were arriving 2 hours early. They were already here. They were already on the field, stretching and warming up, and that's what you'd like to see.
1st and 10 here. Motion coming in from the Bruins. Handoff right up the gut. Bounces it to the outside. Trucks, loads her shoulder. It gets down to about the 18-yard line. Trey Matthews, their 1,400-yard rusher that they got back for this championship game. Let's see how much of a factor he is.
Yeah, and he was out for 5 games this season due to injury, and so of course he's not going to be able to hit that 1,400 mark this year. But it's great to have him back just in time for the championship game. And we watched film, and we watched him in that championship game last year. And man, he is a very and balanced back is the wrong word necessarily to use. But I mean, as far as he can keep his balance very well. He's not a power runner, but he stays on his feet and he slips a lot of tackles for a guy who's not running people over. He takes a lot of contact and just slips the defenders right off.
Pistol set snap here from the Bruins. Slant route caught right up at around the 26-yard line. That looks to be Isaiah Toombs making the catch, and that'll move the chains for the Bruins. And this receiver core was something that we noticed as well. That you had a little chat with the Bruins. They sent you an email saying that every wide receiver has at least 3 touchdowns this season. And it's only a 10-game season, so for every receiver to have 3 touchdowns, that means that receiving core is actually doing something really, really spectacular.
Yeah, and they're spreading the ball around, and you got your starting quarterback there, Chris Broomfield, and they talked about it in the EAFL group chat about which quarterback is going to be the difference maker more so for their team here tonight. And you're going to watch Broomfield, and he takes a big command of the offense.
And Broomfield has room to run down the 50. He gets shoestringed and upended at the 40. But Broomfield making a play for the Bruins.
Right there, down the right side, the hole opened up, and so we talked pre-game. We talked about what the left side of the line is going to look like when we watched some film, and it was a long film, but it was the most competitive game they played this year against the Commandos. But there you see the right side of the line looks like the running strength already there. Big run for Chris Broomfield, who's a passing quarterback that just happens to run, and you see the legs there.
Upended at the 46 officially. They love this pistol set, coming out in pistol once more here. 2 receivers to each side of the screen. Motion. Hand off to Matthews. Matthews finds a hole. He cuts it out outside. Matthews keeping his balance and getting tackled at around the 28-yard line. So this Bruins offense is moving on the first drive.
And big plays, big runs on first down, back-to-back first down, big runs for them, and that's how you want to move the ball right there.
It seems like every play we've seen a motion from the Bruins. They're lulling them, trying to lull the Pirates to sleep here. See if they send one this play. No motion here, but a handoff to Matthews again. And he keeps his balance, fights off one tackle, and still keeping the feet churning. to bring it to the 25-yard line. Great balance there from Matthew. That's some of the balance that you were talking about right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. And that time, he ran straight into that, and that was more so the linebacker also coming in to make contact. But you're going to watch him break a lot of tackles here tonight, and it looks like we got a sub here. Matthew's going to take a step out for a second, and onto the field, number 44, Nigel Williams-Mitchell.
So a bunch look to the top of your screen. Brumfield hands it to the new running back. He keeps his balance, but he's upended at the 23.
Yeah, listen, and my former linebacker experience told me on that play, if a running back with the number 44 comes in, you got to get your helmet strapped up because you know what's going to happen. And he ran straight up there in the middle. Nice take right there, Williams-Mitchell.
So third down here. The Pirates looking to get off the field. Pirates in their signature 4-2-5 nickel look. Bunch side to the top, punch to the top of your screen. Brumfield look like he's gonna make it audible.
And we saw that too. He takes full control of that offense. He makes a lot of play calls right up there at the line.
Linebacker showing blitz. Screen pass here. Gets to the outside, and that's gonna be a first down. He's gonna get within the 10-yard line. Pirates wanted a hold, but that's not gonna get called. Desmond Ellison gets the Bruins into first and goal territory.
And that's something that you're going to see here between these teams. They both can pass the ball. I think the Bruins are better at running the ball on the ground than the Pirates have been so far this season. And last season, they're a very good running team. You got a 1,400-yard running back, so obviously you're good at the run. But when they pass the ball, they're going to try to get it more to the outside. They're going to try to hit those jump balls. They're going to hit those swings. The running back coming out the backfield in those bubbles.
Williams-Mitchell still the running back here. They're limiting Matthew's snaps, it looks like. Just coming off an injury, as we mentioned previously. Brumfield hands off to Williams-Mitchell. And the Pirates do a great job at stuffing that run. Looked like they were sending everybody there. That was a complete stacked box that Williams-Mitchell had to go against. Pirates have their backs against the wall here. Second and goal for the Bruins. Williams-Mitchell remains the running back. Bunch to the bottom of your screen. Brumfield looks right, gets it, evades the blitzer, steps up and gets to the 5-yard line. Great move there from Brumfield to save that play.
Yeah, just to get back to the line, and that's the smartness you need at the quarterback position. You're going to see it on both sides. Both of these quarterbacks are very good. Two different styles, one more so in the pocket and one with the ability to just kind of keep his eyes downfield. It always seems like he's a threat to throw that ball anywhere. But that right there, beautiful way to read the pocket, see yourself get out of danger. I've also seen Broomfield throw the ball away, which is a lot of times a problem in semi-pro. They try to keep the ball too long. They try to scramble, and they try to make the play. Just throw the ball away, play smart football, live to play another down. He got back to the line. Good job, Chris Broomfield.
So third and goal here. If the Pirates can get a stop, that would be huge, trying to force three. Brumfield takes the snap. Quick throw to Williams-Mitchell. He gets outside, and good job by the Pirates. He's taken down at the 4-yard line, a 1-yard gain, and now it looks like the Bruins are going to take their three.
Yeah, and I think he threw that. You watched it there. He threw it kind of towards the back hip of Williams-Mitchell. He didn't lead him on that one, and I understand there was somebody barreling down on him, but that probably would have been a better throw to allow him to be able to run into that contact with his size and be able to try to barrel into the end zone. But he had to stumble back a little bit there. So.
But all in all, a great drive there from the Bruins if they can come up with points here with this field goal.
Well, you saw the kickers warming up, and that's a big piece right there. You're able to step out there and send the kicker on there instead of forcing to get 3 on the board, especially in a tightly contested game.
And a timeout called by Cherokee County. And we'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone after the timeout. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. 4th and goal here for the Bruins. They're getting ready to take their 3 after a pretty good drive to start the game off.
Yeah, you saw them get the ball on the ground, which is big, and especially in this kind of game where it rained just right before kickoff, keep it on the ground and avoid throwing that ball with semi-wet conditions.
Bad snap. Trying to take off and trying to make something of the play. And he gets taken down. A flag is thrown. But let's see what the call is. A bad snap, and they weren't able to get the hold down. Isaiah Toombs holding against Cherokee County. Penalty is going to be declined, and the Bruins will get no points out of a great first drive.
Yeah, and that's beautiful, beautiful on them right there. And that's, you know, the textbook definition that if you've played football, you've heard it plenty of times before. Bend but don't break defense, right? Of course, they want to stop them across the field. Of course, they want to get some turnovers. But you can't beat yourself up. You got to continue to play football all the way down the field. And that's what they did there. They played all the way and came up with pretty much a goal line stand there. And when you thought they were going to give up the 3 to a competitive team that has a field goal kicker, they turned around and blocked the field goal as well instead of resting.
So now the Tarpon Springs Pirates having their first offensive drive. Going with a 5-out look to start the game. Isaiah McIntyre, your QB. Quick pass, completed, makes a move, and he's taken down at about the 18-yard line. Trey Jackson, excuse me, makes the catch. Second and 4, officially a gain of 6 for the Pirates.
Sticking with the short throw here early.
Handoff up the gut. It's going to be a gain of 4. Wasn't able to see the number on that running back. Jaquan James was on the carry, number 11. So 3rd down and 2 here for the Pirates.
You think a dive from the gun or a sneak wide receiver bubble right here? What do you think?
I think they go back to the run. And they do. James trying to get that 1 yard. And it looks like he did.
And that was a hard-fought one, too, at that. That was not an easy first down. He had to get through some tackles there.
The Bruins did a great job of getting back there, trying to blow that run up. Good job of James keeping his balance and being able to fight for that first down marker. So they're running hurry up here. 4 wide receivers set. That's something we like to do a lot in film. False start, free play. McIntyre looking downfield. Deep ball, can't get it. Intended target, number 18, Rico Holmes Jr.
Which also,
No flag?
and
I don't see a flag on the field.
there definitely should have been a flag on that play, but the Bruins get away with one, and 2nd down and 10, and that should have been a free play. And you see McIntyre was talking to the ref there, and he kind of just waved him off a little bit because he agrees that should have been a free play. Good smarts by McIntyre there to realize he had a free play to chuck one deep, but he didn't get the call, which he should have. He probably would have been smarter with the ball there if he knew he wasn't going to get the call on that one.
For sure thought that was a false start, but 2nd and 10, we play on. McIntyre and snap and shotgun, moving around, trying to find the target. Try to dump it off to James, and James isn't able to hold on. Great job by McIntyre being an improviser, trying to get it to the open man, but James just not able to hold on to it. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Pirates. Full wide receiver set. McIntyre takes a snap, drops back, quick throw to Holmes, and great defense there by the Bruins. Number 2, Marquise Brown on the coverage. And that's going to be 4th and 10, and there's going to be a punt coming up. And they tested Marquise Brown, who had 9 interceptions last year in 2025, showing that he's still that elite corner.
Yeah, and that was and Marquise Brown. He was one of those guys that they highlighted. That was something that the Bruins they specifically sent to us in their notes to tell us to let us know that he doesn't get thrown at that often. Because of his success last season. And they took a shot there. And then sometimes you just got to try to catch a good corner. If he's that great, you try to catch him sleeping on his side of the field.
So punt coming up for the defending champs. Pretty good one. Brown is going to take it back. Brown slips some tackles and makes it past midfield. See where they officially spot him. They're going to officially spot him at the 43, looks like. So the Bruins start their 2nd drive in plus territory.
Which is great for them, especially if you're more of a running team. You get close, you can get a couple runs, a couple first downs, and get back into those end zones. Especially, you don't expect to see those 2 big runs they had in that first drive, but man, if they get some more, they'll be right there, right in the red zone.
Looking to right their wrongs and come up with points after the bobbled snap on the field goal attempt. Motion here. Hand off to Trey Matthews, their 1,400-yard runner. He breaks some tackles. He's still keeping his balance, and he gets a first down on the first run of the play. First run of the drive, excuse me.
Yeah, and I said there, I talked about how he wasn't that much, of a power back, and there he goes falling on the inside there. But you saw that first defender to tackle him there, Roman Napoleon, who's kind of the pirate for the Pirates defense there, roaming all around. But you see he slips off, and that's kind of more of what you're going to see tonight from him.
So spotted at the 29. Trips to the right side. Motion here for the Bruins. Hand off again to Matthews. Matthews cuts up. Matthews breaks a tackle. He has some space. Matthews lowers the shoulder, keeping his balance, and Matthews is down at about the 12-yard line, it seems.
Matthews coming back for this, acting like he's got something to prove. Man, you want to talk about some plays being made by Matthews here tonight. He's got this whole drive in the bag by himself so far. And then they're in the best position possible, 1 yard outside of the end zone. This is 8-down territory officially now. They could still get a first down. Ball right there on the 11. Dangerous right now if you're the Pirates.
So they're going to give Matthews a break. Christian Pruitt is the back that subbed in. Bunch to the bottom of your screen. Brumfield hands it off to Pruitt, and the Pirates swarm to the football, but that is going to be taken down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down.
They were so close, I switched that graphic to the second down and goal, and I realized, I was like, no, we just talked about it still being a first down there. So second down and 10 here on this play, not 8 and goal. Apologize there.
Ball spotted at the 10, 2nd and 9 here. This time they're going to switch the bunch to the top of your screen. Pistol formation. Matthews back in the game.
And normally on film, you see Napoleon slip out. He runs in on the
And
inside there.
Brumfield with the keeper. Brumfield is taken down at the 2. It's like, see where they're officially spotted at. They're going to officially spot him at the 3, but still a chance for a first down.
And you said something there about lulling someone to sleep, and that's what they kept handing that ball off, keep handing that ball. I don't think they've thrown the ball yet, and they haven't had to. And now you're in a situation where you're so used to them handing off to the backs every play, then you see the reverse, so that kind of keeps you off guard. But instead, Broomfield keeps it there.
So 2 read options and 2 big runs for Brumfield.
And you see, Napoleon could have stopped that there, but he closed in on the running back. He had a free rush there.
2-back set, flag, and they're going to blow the play dead. A legal substitution on the Bruins, and that's going to push them back. And those are just the penalties that you can't have, just mental errors, especially in the position that they're in, where they could get, if they do get stopped at the 1-yard line, it's still 1st and goal, and they have another 8 down, they have another 4 downs to go. Just being able to be pushed back right there, have to gain all that yardage back sucks.
And you know what's interesting is, now you go from, like you mentioned, that 3rd and 2. Now you're in a 3rd and 7 situation, and you think you're so close, but you could be so close but so far away here. They could get stopped, and they could be sending the field goal unit out here once again.
Keeping the same 2-back set, just flipping the running backs this time. Brumfield takes a snap, low snap, and another penalty, and a false start this time. So penalties are derailing the Bruins drive right now.
And back they go, 2 penalties in a row.
Taking it from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 12. So now trips to the bottom of your screen here, folks. Shotgun look. Brumfield drops back. Quick throw. Damone, and he gets down at the 8-yard line. Damon Ellison.
Man, you want to talk about some good football being played on the defensive side by the Pirates, man, and they are doing a very good job of bending but not breaking right now. That's 2 drives in a row where they let the Bruins run this ball all the way down the field, and it looked like they were going to be unstoppable and hard to beat, and instead they hold still. But I will say one thing that no one probably hasn't caught yet. Both times they let Matthews run it down into the red zone, and then they subbed him out and they stalled. They might think about keeping Matthews in the goal line.
Steven Zarita hoping that his leg can be used this time. Looking for a good snap here. Low one, but he still bangs it through. So our first points of the 2026 Elite American Football League Championship go to the Bruins. 3-zip. Just a little over 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. But to your point with the Matthews substitution, I thought that they were going to keep him in after he got them into within the 10-yard line. I was like, okay, they see that he's running the ball really well. Maybe they keep him in for the red zone, because he's been breaking tackles. He's been having great balance. Seems like Tarpon Springs is having trouble bringing him down, but they decided to sub him out while that 2-back set did almost work.
Yeah, and Coach said they were going to think about, well, they weren't going to think about it. They're going to rotate the backs. They did the same thing last time in the championship. They rotated the backs out a lot, and so maybe that's normally how they run the program there. But right now, so far, it's early in the game. The game's still long. They're a running team, so so you wear teams down, get into that second half. But starting off here early, that's 2 drives where Matthews is churning out 10 and 20-yard runs, and they take them out inside the red zone and they stall out.
So Tarpon Springs looking to answer on their second drive of the game.
Cecil Murphy the fourth, running on there late for the Bruins.
Zarita with a great kick, booming. And they're going to take it out. The Pirates looking for blocks. Pirates gets taken down at about the 25-yard line. That looks to be Rico Holmes Jr.
Yeah, and I mean, it's about, where you would start anyway if you just took that touch back. But, the confidence there, and I'm pretty sure he has the green light to be able to take those returns from the end zone. This is a well-coached team as well, so he probably has that green light to take it out there. And on the books, that'll go down as about a 35-yard return there, but still in the same starting spot there.
So Tarpon Springs have their patent 4 wide out set. McIntyre takes a snap. Quick screen to Holmes Jr. He reverses field. Nice change of direction there. And he's able to get a good amount of yards right before the quarter ends, making it 2nd and short. When we come back at the start of the second quarter, Bruins 3, Pirates 0. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. The Pirates starting their second offensive drive. They're going to give him the first down on that pass that he had to end the quarter. We have a handoff. Number 7, Christian Phillips, gets a gain of about 4. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Pirates. 4 wide receivers set. Motion here, another run to Phillips, and he's gonna get upended at about the 41. Phillips' build reminds me a lot of Phil Moffa from Clemson. If you know, he has the same build as Phillips, a bulkier back who they used in early downs, try to get as much yardage as they can. So now five wide receivers set, 5 out. McIntyre, low snap, fumbles it. He breaks a tackle, but he's not going to be able to get any more. Fumbles it again. And the Bruins recover.
And I don't know why he decided to stick that ball out there at the end. It was bad from the beginning. Should have just fell on it. Could have went down here. And then right here, he tries to stick the ball out to stretch for the first down. Safety is paramount at that point, and for some reason, he does that, and I don't get why. But this might be a problem here because this is how the game started last season. The championship game for the Pirates. They got down in that game not because they weren't competitive, not because they weren't prepared, not because they weren't playing defense. They gave up not one but two fumble returns for touchdowns in the championship game last year, along with an interception. They came back to win the game, but it started rough for them due to turnovers, and hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to them here this year.
So the Bruins looking to take advantage of the mistake from McIntyre. Trey Matthews, who's been their star player in the game, flag called. Delay a game against the Bruins, and that is the third straight penalty for them. If we're counting like non-special teams snaps, this is like the third or fourth straight penalty for them.
I mean, and it's one of those things where you're kind of kicking yourself in the own foot. You're playing good, you're playing good football, and you're kicking yourself in the foot with all these penalties.
Brumfield, quick screen. And great job by the Pirates getting to him. Napoleon, the first one on the spot.
And I talked about Napoleon briefly down there in the red zone on the last drive, but Napoleon, you're going to look for him. He's, what I'll dub, most teams, they find a name for it, a rover or something to go with their mascot, an elephant. Well, for the Pirates, I'm going to call him the Pirate because he roams those shallow seas for them in that front seven. You see him switching sides there, both sides for Mr. Napoleon, and he's going to be the one that switches sides a lot depending on where the coverage is for the Pirates.
Jadarius Cotton was the receiver that caught that ball. Hand off to Matthews here. Matthews getting skinny. And there's going to be another stop by the Pirates. Their defense seems to be waking up, but a flag down. Holding on the Bruins. So another penalty. 10-yard penalty, and they're going to replay second down. So not only did the Bruins stop, not Bruins, the Pirates stopped them behind the line of scrimmage, excuse me. They're going to be pushed even further back on this offensive drive. So not a look that we see a lot from the Bruins going 4 wide receivers out. Shotgun look. Brumfield takes a snap. He steps up, rockets it, and dropped. Ellison not able to corral it. And that's going to be 3rd and long.
And that's not the first time McIntyre has taken his time, Broomfield has taken his time, escaped the pressure in the pocket, and then turned around and delivered the ball, and the pass was dropped.
So the Bruins looking to salvage this drive somewhat. We'll see if they take a shot or just concede field position, run the ball, try to punt it out. Trips to the top of your screen. And Brumfield is going to be taken down. The Pirates defense has come alive this drive.
And so far, it's no bend and not break. They're doing all the breaking right now. And some great plays.
So punt team is going to come on the field. Marshall O'Brien looked to be the first one on that sack there for the Pirates. Delay of game on the Bruins. So momentum seems to be shifting here. A lot of penalties and just mental lapse penalties on the Bruins. Holding, delay of games. It just seems to be momentum shifting here. Pirates fans are getting a little louder. That defense is getting a little more energetic.
Yeah, and I just put forth the long in there because I don't, once you get far enough, I don't want to count all the yards, but man, this fourth and about 35 right now is where they got to pull out Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze, whatever you want to use for them to be able to get a first down here. But the punt team.
Zarita, a pretty good punt here. It seemed like it was going to be a pretty bad punt from where he punted it at, but he got a lucky bounce, rolls out at the 28-yard line, puts the Pirates in their own territory. Now McIntyre and crew looking to redeem themselves, coming off of a drive with a turnover that could have been avoided. They're looking to get their offense rolling. Defense seems to have figured it out.
Yeah, and it's a tell of two different stories, on the offense sides of the ball. For the Bruins, they've been kind of stalling out on the offensive side. They've been shooting themselves on the foot and in the foot with all these penalties. But the Pirates, they've just kind of been stagnant. They haven't really got anything going. They haven't really gotten any big plays. They haven't, they've tried, but they just haven't come through.
So McIntyre drops back, looks deep. Holmes Jr. is the intended target. He's got it! Holmes Jr. with space to run, and that's a touchdown. Tarpon Spriggs answers early.
And now, what was that we were saying about no long plays, no big plays? Holmes Jr. And now you know why he took that ball from the back of the end zone on the kickoff. And someone in the comments did say, that he's a dangerous threat. If he keeps getting that ball and you see him there, he goes ahead and gets all the way into the end zone, man.
Rico Holmes Jr. with a quick answer, and what a throw by McIntyre. They needed that jolt in the crowd. Getting ready for the extra point. Ryan DeCamp. The cardio boys strike first. And DeCamp boots it through. 7-3. And we talked about that. In our film meeting, how their receiver corps is named the Cardio Boys. They pride themselves on running and outrunning everybody. They showed it there.
Hey, you know what? I'm a side note there, and it might be unrelated. Kind of somebody in the comments, I guess that makes it related, said that he looked like Lamar Jackson on that pass, and I love that he said that because this isn't EAFL related. This is kind of NFL related, where a lot of people don't think Lamar Jackson is that great of a passer, but he's led the league in rushing, in passing touchdowns, and he's led in passing yards. Like he's high complete, like. He's done what he's needed to do in the NFL as a passer to earn the respect, but because he's so fast and agile, everybody forgets about it.
They're so focused on his legs that they forget about the arm, even though he's had multiple games where his passer rating has been either perfect or has been like near perfect. Like he's had great passing games. So now this special teams unit of the Pirates looking to cover up. Toombs on the return, and he's going to be taken out at about the 33-yard line.
Good solid return there. Nothing too crazy, but enough.
So now Cherokee County, they're looking to answer back. This Pirates defense is energized. That offense now seems seems to have a little bit going behind them. The momentum has flipped completely, done a whole 180. So
Yeah,
now they're looking to answer back.
yeah, and despite all the excitement, it really has been a low-scoring game in the first half. It's 7-3 between two of these high-scoring offenses. You got one team averages 40 points a game. The other one right behind them, they got a 84-point game, this season.
Hmm.
So they're going to score eventually at some point.
Hand off to Williams Mitchell, and that's going to be a tackle for loss. The Pirates defense, especially in the run so far, if it hasn't been Trey Matthews, it hasn't worked.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem for him, and I know they're probably limiting him. I know he's taking some hits, when he's back, and so they might be trying to make sure he's all right, or it might be himself just being smart because as much as we love to play semi-pro, we love to get out here and compete as athletes and everything like that. Everybody got to go to work on Monday. You know what I'm saying? We don't do this for a living, so, he's probably making sure he's okay. So, but for whatever the reason is, if he can get back into the game, it'll be a big help here for the Bruins.
Shotgun look. Looks like it's going to be bunched to the top of your screen. Brumfield drops back, scanning the area. Gets hit as he throws, and not a little bit outside of his receiver's reach. Intended target, David Moore Jr. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12.
And you said it, the defense coming alive for the Pirates. And I don't want to say they're coming alive. They've kind of been alive the whole time. They've just, they gave up a couple of plays, but so far they haven't given up any touchdowns. They've gotten a turnover. Like they've played well. Just now they're playing, in their opponent's territory.
Defense chance raining on the home side. Brumfield, he runs into his offensive lineman, and he's taken down for a sack.
Big number 11, Ellis Smith getting in there, making the play.
So now another punt coming up for the Bruins. First 2 drives for them started off really well. A miscue on a field goal. They get back down there in the opponent's territory. What takes them out of a touchdown was 3 penalties in a row. They end up getting their 3, and now 2 stagnant drives playing in their own territory. So a timeout here from the Bruins. And we'll be right back here on Beaufort's Own. 7-3 your score when we return. Welcome back here on Beaufort's Own. The 2026 Elite American Football League Championships off to a hot start. 7-3 your score. A punt coming up for the Bruins. Zarita looking to get a bounce here. That's a good punt. That's going to be down at the 21-yard line. Great punt there from Steven Zarita.
Yeah, that was a beautiful punt. That is as beautiful of a punt as you're going to see at this level right there. And beautiful. And he even had a spiral and a spin on that ball, and that's how you're able to queue up looking for that bounce. But man, you don't see too many spirals. You just find the guy that can boot it the farthest,
Yeah.
usually at this level. But to have a guy that can boot it, not only boot it, but boot it with some spin on it,
That
that's
that
beautiful.
that looked like 5 seconds hang time right there. That's what you strive for in the pros.
Yeah, enough to allow your team, and for the people who don't know what that means, and that's a great point, Tristan. That hang time, how long? It's not only about the distance it goes, but how long it actually stays in the air to give your team enough time to get down to the returner to be able to make a tackle before he can make a move.
So motion here, trips on the top of your screen for the Pirates. Hand off to Phillips. Phillips breaks through. Stiff arms a man, gets taken down, but not before a gain of 7. So 2nd and 3 coming up for the Pirates. Offense looking to replicate the success that they had on that last drive. One play, one touchdown. Taking it a little slower here. McIntyre in the shotgun. Drops back. Not Holmes. Intended target was number 6, Trey Jackson. Not able to hold on to it. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Tarpon Springs Pirates.
There's a couple of drop passes that we happen to see here this evening, and there's times where the quarterback has put it, on target on both sides now, and just haven't come up, with the play.
So 5 out for the Pirates. McIntyre, QB keeper. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Gain of 5 on the play. And if you're the Bruins, you're searching for pressure right now. McIntyre has looked a little too comfortable in the pocket. Outside of that one play where he tried to do a little too much and fumbled, he's looked very comfortable in the pocket, and that's something that we noted on film. So if you're the Bruins, you're looking to get pressure and make him as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, like I said, regardless of the level of competition, right, with these two quarterbacks here, they're playing officially in the championship. Basically, they've been the two best teams pretty much all season, right? And you're playing the closest competition that you're going to get. Both of these teams have been playing games. I think we looked at the numbers, and I don't think the Pirates have played a game. They've only played one game where they've played an opponent with less than a 21-point differential. So they've been up by 21 every single game this season except for one, right? And that one game that they did win 14-7, they avenged that in the conference championship by winning 49-7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they've played well all year long. So now you're in this close game, but you see McIntyre, as you mentioned, still calm inside the pocket. Other than the fumble, which was a pretty bad-looking fumble the way it happened, he's been calm. And the best thing about it is he hasn't made mistakes trying to make plays, and that's usually what happens in that situation.
So offsides call on the Bruins, making it 1st down and 5. Hand off to James, and he's taken down immediately with no gain on the play. Great job by the Bruins. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Pirates. Shotgun look. Motion here. McIntyre hands off to James. James has a hole. James bursts through, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. Tarpon Springs moving the ball at will.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of not, getting one-dimensional. Obviously, anybody who's watching, anybody, there's a lot of Pirates fans in the chat, and if you played against them, they're obviously more of a passing team. They want to get that ball down the field. They're wide receiver crew. They're the cardio boys. They stay 4 wide, but they stick with it so you don't get one-dimensional, and they kept with it, and they get a big game there.
Motion here. Doubles on both sides. Screen pass. And great job by the DB blowing that up. That looks to be Marquise Brown. Shed the block and disrupted that whole screenplay. Great job there.
He did a very good job, and that's what you want. You want to make sure your corners aren't falling asleep. Like they're not only playing the pass, and that's a big part of run defense and how well your corners play on that edge. Because your linebackers, your DNs, everybody, they can do whatever they want to do in the middle. They can flow all the way they want to, but the corner being willing to come up and make that play is a big deal.
So 2nd and 12 coming up for the Pirates. Trips on the bottom. McIntyre slips, and he's taken down.
And man just loses his footing there, and down back they go even more. Just a long time. It's just hard finding anything here, just really for either team. But it is competitive. Like you said, 7-3. We've had some exciting plays. We've had some turnovers. We've had some big hits. We've had some great runs. We've had the big long touchdown. Like there's so many things that's happened in this game so far, and the score is only 7-3.
Jalen Sparks was the one credited for that sack. So 3rd and long here for the Pirates. McIntyre drops back, trying to escape pressure. Rolls to his left. McIntyre rolls out again. Can't find anything, throws the ball away.
And you want to talk about what a dangerous play that was turning into. Obviously, he felt comfortable being able to escape from those D linemen, but sometimes that's when you get dangerous and that's when you get caught. But he was able to do that and stay in front of it. He kept his eyes downfield, and that's something that it was scary on that play. It was getting scary hours there, but that's what I was seeing on film from McIntyre. He was keeping his eyes downfield, keeping the play alive until he absolutely had to. At the last moment.
That reminded me a little bit of Cam Ward this past season. Just line broke down, not able to really do much with it, tried to make a play, and almost led to a bad thing. Great job by McIntyre getting that ball out. It's now punt coming up for the Pirates. Almost blocked. Line drive here. Toombs fakes it, and that's going to be downed at about the 12-yard line. So a great punt there by the Camps. So now Cherokee County looking to get something started. Outside of their second drive, no points on the board. Had a great first drive, bobbled snap on the field goal opportunity. Shotgun look. Moore in motion, hand off to Matt. Hand off. And the Pirates swarm to the football. DeTwan Thomas was on the carry. Bruins in a shotgun set, doubles on both sides. Motion here. Hand off. Keeper by Brumfield. And Napoleon is all over it. Made the right read that time.
Yeah, he doesn't get away with it that time like he normally does there.
You saw him fooled earlier in the drive that they were in the red zone one time that led to them being in a 1st and goal situation, but Napoleon makes the right read there. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Bruins. little under 2:30 left to play in the half. No Trey Matthews in the game. DeTwan Thomas is going to remain the back. And a flag. All the Pirates are pointing towards the Bruins.
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned no Matthews here on the field, and it was one of those things with Matthews. I mentioned that both times that he wound up leaving the field. They were both after he kind of took in a big hit on the play, and so he's been out, and I'm not sure maybe if he's 100% okay. He was just trying to give it a go and see what happens. But both times that he stepped off the field, they've come right after he's taken a big hit.
So a false start on the Bruins, leaning to be 3rd and long. Brumfield drops back, tries to rifle one in between defenders, and Toombs makes a great catch. Threading the needle there was Brumfield, and Toombs with the strong hands. They're looking to see that they think that they have the first down, but the refs are spotting it short.
I thought it was 1st and 10. I think he might have been signaling, though, for the 2-minute warning, and I think that's what he's going to do. So we'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. They did give Toombs that first down. So 1st and 10. Bruins trying to make a drive right before halftime. Brumfield takes a snap, drops back, looking right, throws right, overthrows him out of bounds. A dangerous pass.
Yeah, I would expect some shots here, winding down 2 minutes. You don't want to go into halftime down, just as you mentioned. You want to try to be able to make some plays, make something happen, try to get in a position, at least get a field goal, at least at the minimum, make it a 1-point game when you're going to have.
So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bruins. And it's especially big that they get points on the board at least because the Pirates deferred. So the Bruins will be giving the Pirates the ball at halftime.
That's a big note. I actually forgot about that one.
DeTwan Thomas, he takes the carry, and he's going to be upended at about the 30-yard line.
And the helmet popped off.
Gain of about 7. So it looks to be 3rd and 3. Thomas switches sides on the left side of Brumfield now. Doubles on both sides. Brumfield drops back. Blitz coming from the Pirates. Brumfield gets rid of it. Moore not able to make the grab. And it's going to be 4th and 3. Brumfield tried to get it to him. Pressure in his face. Little too low for Moore to grab. And they're going to bring out the punt unit. So now the Pirates have a chance to double up. Bouncing to about the 20, and that is where it's going to be down. So now the Pirates are coming onto the field looking to double up. 1:16 left to go.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory. You got a team that, when we watch film, they try to hit a lot of deep to intermediate passes to try to move the ball downfield. And so we'll see what happens here, especially when they know they got to put their foot on the gas. If they could try to get a score here and get the ball back in that second half, like you mentioned.
And so far in the receiver room, at least, it's just been the Rico Holmes show. He's been getting majority of the targets. But I've heard that number 24, Cyrus, is good. Rico Holmes with a big play. Say his name and he appears. Rico Holmes with a big grab, getting them across midfield. So they're going to go hurry up here. Trips on the top of your screen. McIntyre fires it. Nice move. He's gonna pick up the first down. Trey Jackson. So back-to-back first downs. And Tarpon Springs. Referees are gonna blow it dead. Time out, Cherokee County, and they needed that one.
Yeah, they were struggling. Yeah, they were struggling. They were struggling there on that drive. 2 big plays. They started going to the pass. They started chucking and doing what they used to do. And it's kind of funny that it works now in the hurry up, but it wasn't working throughout for the beginning of the game. But they're moving the ball downfield, and now they're getting into a position where they might be in field goal territory. So a timeout was sorely needed by the Bruins here. Their last one in the first half. So we'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. 1st and 10 for the Pirates after 2 big catches. Netted them right at the 30 in their own, or in enemy territory. McIntyre takes off. McIntyre trying to get to the outside. McIntyre breaks a couple tackles. McIntyre down the sideline. Big hit, but McIntyre is going to be upended.
Yeah, beautiful work breaking those tackles, staying up, and you're used to seeing the arm, and I guess there goes the Lamar Jackson part right there. Right? Trying to run that ball, breaking those tackles. He was hard to get down there.
So timeout, Pirates. McIntyre seems to be in a little bit of pain, but will return. here on Beaufort Zone. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone after the first down run for McIntyre. That's 3 first downs on 3 plays for the Pirates. They're looking to double up right before halftime. 49 seconds here to go in the game, or in half. McIntyre with a ball, and that's going to be caught. What a ball from McIntyre. Trey Jackson with the catch.
And Pirates, they are starting to get the action going here. That passing game is starting to open up. They're finding the holes inside of that Bruins defense. That time they go with the corner on the outside there. And beautiful, not necessarily a toe tap, but beautiful catch there on the outside. Make sure he kept his foot in bounds. Great body position, and that's the one thing about their players, their receivers. Not only is the quarterback good, but they actually adjust to the ball really, really well.
Like you said, a great catch, but I'm more focused on the throw. But we have an injury on the field here. We'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. Field goal or extra point team getting ready. Antoine Adams was the injured Bruin, but he was able to walk off the field on his own power. Hopefully he's doing well. And extra point is blocked by the Bruins. Scooped up. They're looking to get a little 2 points. And they're down the sideline. He fumbles, pitches it. What an exciting play.
Yeah, that would have been a crazy return, especially the block, the toss at the end. I'm not sure if he fumbled it. No, he actually did toss that on purpose, which would have been crazy.
I thought he fumbled it out, but then it looks like on the replay he for sure tossed that on purpose because he was getting hawked.
And he had an opportunity there. He probably could have cut back in there with his blocker in front instead of getting, pushed to the sideline. But either way, it's still an exciting play, but unfortunately doesn't end up in some points there for the Bruins.
So now we just go back to kickoff as usual. 13-3 is your score. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. I'm still thinking about that throw from McIntyre. That was right over the DB's head perfectly into your receiver's arms.
Well, you know what's funny about that? Last year in the championship game, one of their TDs, it was a cross-body throw as well to the opposite side. So it's funny that they got another one here. Maybe that might be a little specialty of his.
Getting ready for kickoff here. The Pirates boom it. Toombs on the return. Toombs cuts in, and he gets laid. Number 44. Nathan Hugel with a big hit and popped his own helmet off.
Yeah, he came in with a big hit. That was all fours on that play because also Napoleon got in there and got the legs as well.
But nonetheless, the Bruins, they start at the 26-yard line. Snap, Broomfield looking left. Pump fakes, rolls out left. And now he's going to try to get yards. Ducks under the tackle. And it's going to be second down and 8, looks like.
And 3 yards on the play, second down.
So now bunch to the top of your screen for the Bruins. Brumfield takes the snap, looks left, rolls out left, throws left, Moore with the catch, spins around, and he's going to be taken down at around the 50, but a flag is called, and that's going to be a face mask on the Pirates.
Personal foul, face mask against the defense. Will be 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the play.
So a 15-yard penalty added on to that last play.
I just want to apologize really quickly. I missed the shot there. That's probably my second one there. I got to do better at that. But I saw a comment there where somebody said the cameraman only has one job. Well, unfortunately, people, if you're new to watching games on Beaufort Zone, I am also the commentator. I am the cameraman. I am also the scoreboard operator. I'm also the photographer for the thumbnail, you name it. So I apologize there for missing that shot.
So Cherokee County in great position to get points before half. Brumfield launches one, and Ellison has it in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Well, I got that one and I zoomed in, so hopefully that makes up for the bad shot there.
A bomb for the Bruins. And they answer the touchdown.
Yeah, which is sorely needed by them because they were in a position there where they could have went down very big because, like you mentioned, the Pirates are getting the ball back in the second half. So with that score, they would have been in a chance. They would have been down 3. It would have been hard to come back.
So a very close first half to start. A late substitution, 9 seconds to snap this ball, and this is delay a game. Snap, hold, kick, good. So 13-10 here. 19 seconds left in the half. And we have a close one for our championship game of the Elite American Football League.
Yeah, this was, you know, it was starting off to be a game where we were wondering, how much, how much excitement we were going to get here. We thought we were going to see high scoring here early, but that first half of this game, it was very, very quiet. There were some turnovers. A lot of teams couldn't find nothing. The Bruins were stalling out. The Pirates couldn't get anything going. And it was funny, right after I said the word stagnant specifically, that's when the Pirates started scoring the ball. And then, they thought, okay, the Pirates offense is going to pick up, and now they're about to start blowing this game out the water. And the Bruins, here they come. They say, no, we're not going nowhere here. This game, we're not letting you get too far. You might get the lead, but we're not letting you take it that far.
So getting ready for kickoff here. The Pirates looking for a good return or a big play if the ball gets booted out of the end zone. But hopefully a good return from one of their two return men. Try to score some points with 19 left. A booming kick. And Holmes tries to get it, but he's going to lose it, and it's going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he kicked it deep that time, but he kicked it far enough that Holmes couldn't get a piece of it. They don't want Holmes. Holmes has made some big plays, here tonight. If it wasn't, right now, let's just say the game magically ended right now, and McIntyre didn't throw that second, he might be might be the MVP of the game. He had the opening touchdown. He had the big play on the drive just a moment ago. To miss that shot, I'll hold myself accountable for that. And then he had a nice return earlier in the game, so he's made some plays here for the Pirates.
And you're going to be sure that they're going to keep an eye on him. 19 seconds left.
Yeah, I feel like
it's been 19 for a minute, man.
19 seconds forever, man.
I saw somebody say it in the comments. I don't want to say it's been 19 seconds for a minute, man.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I try to keep up with the scoreboard operator, man, to manage, on the stream. But I look back and I'm thinking the clock, it's supposed to be started and it hasn't. And I look back, the time is the same. So,
And a false start penalty on the Pirates. So now it looks like Holmes is matched up against the Bruins' best corner, Marquise Brown.
Well, I would hope so at this point in the game.
James with the handoff, he gets stuffed. The Bruins were not allowing anything, and it looks like the Pirates are just going to let this clock run into halftime.
Yeah, that was it. They changed it back, and that just probably all that was just a play right there just to try to end the half. They're faking it, and, that's going to be the end of the first half. They did snap that ball.
They snapped that ball before. Jackson has it. Jackson down the sideline, not able to stay in bounds, and that will do it. McIntyre kind of padding his stats a little bit right before halftime. But we will return after halftime. Your score, 13-10. Pirates lead after an amazing first half. We'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
We are back here on Beaufort's Own with the Elite American Football League Championship game between the Tarpon Springs Pirates and the Cherokee County Bruins. If you're just now tuning in, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Tristan Roberts. Here alongside me is Javon Livingston. And one of our questions that we had coming out with the Pirates is, how would they play in a close game? And that is exactly what it is, 13-10 coming out of halftime. The Bruins able to get a late score in with like 19 seconds left in the second quarter. So how do you think the Pirates are going to come out and answer right before half, or right out of halftime?
Well, I think if anything, if the game stays where it is right now, I think the offense is starting to roll. You see Holmes there.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 34.
Yeah, but as I was saying, if the game stays the way it's been going, it seems like the Pirates are starting to warm up. They're starting to wake up. They're starting to find the holes in this defense. McIntyre's doing a good job throwing the ball, and they're catching the ball. And both teams early on had a problem with a little bit of drops, but I believe now there was about a 20-minute chance, not a 20-minute chance. There was about a 20-minute period of rain right before kickoff, and it stopped about 5 to 10 minutes before, just like it did last week, the game I was covering. But then, you know, towards that second quarter of the field, the sun was out. It's probably a little bit more dry. That ball's a little bit easier to catch, and then they started rolling on.
So the Pirates come out right on the 34. 4 wide receivers out wide. Looks like Washington is in the backfield. Quick pass, tipped up, and not able to get to it. Great job by that Bruins D-line to get a finger on that.
Yeah, great job, and that's an added wrinkle. You want to talk about the passing defense. We were wondering, that's something that we did wonder about the Bruins. The film that we did watch was them from the Commandos, and it was very earlier in the season that game happened, but it was one of the times where we saw them in a close game, so we wanted to see how they look when they're playing a competitive team. And, you know, they also played them in the conference championship as well. So that D-line getting their hands up, blocking those lanes.
And here comes another screen pass, but it's taken down very quickly. Sean Hamilton blowing that screen up.
Beautiful gets by the blocker there didn't really even try to put a hand on him. And, that's one of those things where, as a player, you see right here, 24 didn't really even try to put his hands up, and he got his teammate, Rico, hit there, almost got him. And that wasn't a hospital ball. That was a great throw. There was a great play design, but you just didn't even try to put a hand on the guy. You almost got your guy hurt there on that kind of play. And that's one of those, when you see that on film, we are going to have a problem
Yeah.
on film. When I see that you didn't do anything and you got me lit up like that.
So 3rd and long here. Not the favorable situation that the Pirates want to be in, especially first drive. It's going to be flag on the play. Delay a game on the Pirates. They're coming out a little shaky. That Bruins sideline of fans is getting a little more hype.
After penalty enforcement, it'll be 3rd and 19 for the Pirates. The football spotted at their own 25-yard line.
So now 3rd and long again. Motion in. McIntyre drops back, looking long, scrambles out, throws it back, and James is not able to corral it.
Yeah, and good job right there by the defender knowing that he had to tap him right there, because that ball was still live because it was thrown backwards.
So it'll be 4th down here for the Pirates. They're going to bring out the punt team. So a drive came to a halt, mostly because of penalties here from the Pirates. Now
And lack of
lack of
blocking.
blocking,
I'm not even gonna let him get away with that.
A line drive punt almost blocked. Toombs looking at it, and Napoleon is right there to down it at the 23.
Down to the 23-yard line. First down, Cherokee County.
So now Cherokee County is going to come out.
And this is the part that I want to show you guys. This is the end of the punt. It's not me at the end of the punt. The clock's supposed to. They just now stopped the clock, and so I don't know what's. And I'm trying my best to keep up with the scoreboard operator, man. But I think he's.
So now Cherokee County coming out for their first drive out of halftime. Trey Matthews in the backfield. We didn't see him in a minute. So now Matthews and Williams Mitchell split in backfield. Williams Mitchell gets the handoff, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of 3. Second down and 7. Bruins in a really favorable spot here. If they're able to get any type of points on the board, they tie the ball game up or take the lead. Running back switch spots from that first down play. Flag down, false start. And that's been an issue with that Bruins offensive line. If I had to count from memory, that's about 4 false starts for the Bruin offensive line. Something that I'm guaranteeing the coaches talked about, just not able to clean it up right there. Same look from the Bruins, though. Matthews on the right side of Brumfield. He hands off to Matthews. Matthews breaks a tackle, and he gets hit hard.
Matthews, while he's been doing good, they did a little celebration there, but I was like a 3-yard gain there. That's not really the celebration worthy.
Celebratory play, but nonetheless. Third and 8 here for the Bruins.
Will be 3rd and 8 from around the 22, right at the 25.
Defense chance, Bruin on the home side.
Flag on the way.
Flag on the play, false start on the Bruins once again. This has got to be frustrating for the offensive coordinator, the quarterback,
False
and
start.
just the
Against
Bruins
the
team in
offense.
general.
5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
We had a substitution at O-line. 2 subs at O-line.
After the penalty enforcement, it will be 3rd down and 13 from the 20.
So now 3rd down for the 3rd time in a row. Brumfield looks left, scrambles up. Brumfield has room. He slides down smartly. He almost got sandwiched there. But he slides down just before the 30-yard line, bringing up 4th down. And the Bruins are going to send on the punt team.
Marking off the top. 4th down.
How great is this weather?
Yeah,
Amazing.
I mean, you start off with a 90-degree day
Yeah.
and thinking you're going to have to play in 90-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? And then right about 30 minutes before kickoff, you get about 20 minutes of rain, and then the sun starts to set.
Wind blowing here. See if that influences the punt. Good hang time on the punt. Bounces just past the 25-yard line. Going to be downed at the 23.
Down at around the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Tarpon Springs.
So now the Pirates defense did a great job of holding, not letting the Bruins get an inch. Mostly self-inflicted wounds by the Bruins, but still defense had to do a job. So now the offense looking to come do theirs, get some points on the board.
Yeah, we saw the sparks there at the end of the first, but and it's a weird thing in sports where the players can feel the time ticking, and so they make a lot more plays. The sparks. It's a kind of a dry game. Nobody really making any plays, and then they start feeling what's going on at the end of the half, and they do what they need to do.
Hand off to Phillips, the big back, and he's gonna be taken down. About a gain of 1.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Looks like they're going to officially spot it for 2
2nd
yards.
and 8
So
for
2nd
the
and 8
Pirates. False
coming
start
up
at
for
the 25.
Tarpon Springs. Shotgun snap. Fires in, and that's caught. Kyle down, running, green grass ahead of him, and he's going to be taken down in Bruins territory at about the 25.
Well, according to the chat, this is it's not green grass; it's multicolored grass. But a big play nonetheless, and they look like they're trying to go for the hurry up here.
And McIntyre is getting upset. He wanted to hurry up. He was waiting for this. He wanted the snap. Offensive line wasn't ready, but a handoff to Phillips. Phillips breaking some tackles, but Bruins do a great job of holding on, upending him. And that's one thing that we've seen. Their linebackers get downhill, and they're able to bring down pretty big running backs.
Yeah, and that stood out to me. Saying as a former linebacker myself, I like the way They read the ball, the way they move downhill. Actually, they did so well on the run. We were questioning what they would look like in the past, but it wasn't until I watched the film from the championship last game, and they got an interception on the board for them right down the middle. So they were in perfect position and doing exactly what they needed to do.
So now inching into the red zone are the Pirates. McIntyre, deep ball, caught! And that is Holmes. Holmes Jr. once more. Have a game, Mr. Holmes.
And Holmes right again. You see he hyping himself up a little bit right there, making another big play.
So what a finish to the drive. Kyle Karina, people in the chat have been saying that he's really nice. He's a really good receiver. We weren't able to look at stats for individual stats, at least for the teams. So we came into this game kind of blind on who were like their impact players. So Kyle Karina sets it up, and Holmes Jr. finishes it off. Looking for the extra point here is Mr. DeCamp. Kick is up and kick is good. A little line drive, but nonetheless, it works. So 20-10 after stalling on their first drive, the Pirates come out and answer on their second.
And like I said, it looks like that offense is starting to wake up for them. Of course, you're going to have some drives where you don't score, but you remember, as I mentioned, what happened in that game last year. It started off shaky for the Pirates. They got some turnovers. The Bruins took advantage. The only difference in that game is the turnovers for the Pirates last year turned into touchdowns for the Bruins, and it was immediately they were losing the game to defensive scores. They had two, not one, but two fumble returns for touchdowns in the first half, and the Bruins were up in that first half before the Pirates came back. So
Pirates are showing their resilience. They've been in the lead for most of the game. After that, after those two back-to-back red zone drives, the Bruins haven't seen the red zone since then. That score that they had before half was a deep ball, about a 30, 40-yard pass to Ellison. But since those first two drives, the Bruins haven't been in the red zone whatsoever. Pirates defense looking to keep it that way as we get ready for the kickoff. It's a great kick. And that's going to be a touchback.
and there's been some great kicking by both teams. There's been a touchback by both kickers. Holmes, while Holmes has made some big plays, they've all come from the back of the end zone where he's had to catch that ball to make that return. And then we're not even going to talk about the punts there, the spirals on the punts, bouncing, the coffin corners, the special teams kicking game. Forget the athletes running down the field to make the tackle and doing the returns. The kickers and the punters here tonight have been coming to play ball, and that's a part of it. You talk about football being three phases: offense, defense, and don't forget about special teams. They're special for a reason, and they're doing their jobs here tonight.
So now the Bruins have the task of answering the call. Pirates sent out the first message for the half. Now the Bruins looking to respond. Moore Jr. in motion. Hand off to Matthews. Matthews cuts upfield, but he is stopped in his tracks. Gain of 1 on the play. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Bruins.
Second and 9 for Cherokee County with the football spot at the 26-yard line.
If you're this Bruins offense, what do you want to do, like, to get going? Obviously, you had the big score right before halftime, but other than that, your drives were pretty stagnant in between. As Matthews gets the handoff here, Matthews keeps his balance. Gain of 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Well, if you're the Bruins offense, you kind of want to get cooking here because the Pirates fans in the chat, they're ordering dinner right now. They're talking about getting fried rice. Somebody's like, hey, yo, let me get extra. You know, they're confident that they got enough of this lead that they don't think the Bruins are going to get back into this game right now. So if you got to put something on the board. The same way you answered that score right before the end of half, they got to do something here because they don't want to get to a point where it's already a 2-possession lead now. If you get to 3, you might be in trouble.
Not a lot of times do you see a team lose a 3-possession lead, especially a team with a 459-point differential. So we'll see if the Bruins can get something going here. And it's a delay of game on the Bruins.
And that is something that they do not need to have.
Third and 12 coming up for the Bruins. Something's got to shake here. And is that a false start? Offsides. They're going to call offsides.
Offside against the defense.
So they're going to gain that 5 yards right back, bringing it back to 3rd and 7.
And the penalty enforcement will be 3rd and 7 for the Bruins from their own 28.
Snap to Brumfield. He steps up. Brumfield scrambling. Brumfield slides, and he's going to have that first down.
Yeah, much needed first down for them. They needed something positive going here, and the QB, he finds a way to get it there.
Brumfield taking matters into his own hands. So now 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Keeper from Brumfield. And he's going to be taken down. Cameron Green on the stop. And we have a player down. Injury timeout, and we'll be right back on Beaufort's Own here after the break. Welcome back here on Beaufort's Own. Tony Booker Jr. was the injured Bruin on the field. He was able to get up on his own power. Prayers up to him. So we have 2nd down and 10 coming up. Brumfield takes a snap, looking left, steps up, and he's sacked. They're trying to figure out if it's a fumble or not.
And I think they're just going to call him down. He got a little bit of trash talk going on. Everybody just bumping helmets a little bit.
But Jamal Nash looked to be the first one to get back there for the sack. The blitzing linebacker. and 14 for the Bruins. 3rd and long. Let's see what they're able to do here. Brumfield hands it off, and he's stopped immediately. Not a chance in the world.
Yeah, that play came to a close really, really fast. Big number 14 there, Tim Williams.
Off the ball on the play. 4th down.
So 4th down now, and the Bruins are putting it out. More of a line drive punt here.
Another good one there. He's making Holmes chase it.
Holmes takes it though. Holmes trying to reverse field. Holmes trying to get to the outside. He's going to be taken down at the 17, looks to be. Flag though. It looked like number 63 said something to the ref when he was on his way by and threw the flag immediately.
Yeah, I would say that they would have been on the road right there if Holmes would have found a way to score a touchdown on that punt return just now after going all the way back like that.
MVP immediately. My MVP at least. So more than likely it's going to be on sportsmanlike conduct on the Bruins.
Against Cherokee County. A 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. 1st down, Sergeant Frey.
15 yards added on to the end of the run. So what ended being a bad return for the Pirates ends up getting them past the 30 up to the 32.
Yeah, man, and for the Bruins, you can forget the game plan, forget Matthews, being hurt for them right now, not being able to play the full game. These penalties by the Bruins are really, really starting to stack up.
And number 19 for the Bruins comes in and stacks up the running back. Looks to be Eder Bellinger. But it's just been a lot of mental lapses for the Bruins, and that was something I was talking about in the first half, where it was like consecutive offensive snaps where they had like 4 penalties back to back if you were going to like the last drive. And that's just something that you can't have, especially in a championship game.
And they're bad ones too. It's not confusion. It's not the random penalties. A lot of their penalties are delay of game. They're just organizational penalties.
False start against the Pirates. But it's been a pretty sloppy game on both lines. Whether it's false starts for the offensive lines or offsides for the defensive line, there's been the Bruins obviously have more penalties, but it's been pretty sloppy on both sides line wise.
Yeah, they both had their fair share of penalties, but the Bruins, like, theirs have come somewhat at the most inopportune of times.
So 2nd down. Hand off to Washington. Washington gets a good amount of yardage. That's where they spot him. One ref looks like they're spotting him at the 39. The other one looks like he's on the 38. It's 38-yard line. Where Washington was upended. It's going to be 3rd down for the Pirates. The cardio boys are out wide. All 4 of them, excuse me. Quick pass to Holmes. Holmes trying to make a play. Let's see if he got the first.
But Holmes is down on the field.
And we're going to have an injury timeout for Mr. Holmes Jr. We'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone. Beaufort zone. Holmes was able to walk off the field on his own power. They got out the chains, and he is short of the first down. And you see Holmes jogging onto the field right there.
Yeah, and normally you'd have to set off a play, but that time they took to measure the change, that's kind of a referee play, I guess, if that's the way you want to call it. So he's able to hop back on the field there.
So about 33 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. They marked him short, and now they're remeasuring.
So the old fourth and a couple blades of grass.
And it looks like this offense is staying on the field.
A tricolored turf.
Trips at the top of your screen. QB draw, and McIntyre has it easily.
Okay, McIntyre on the keeper. Here we are on the play. First down.
He's got enough, but I don't think they're going to get another play going here. They're going to run this timeout in the fourth quarter. They're up by 10, so that's a time game for them. Run the ball, run the clock out.
So bring your fours up. Fourth quarter coming in the Elite American Football League championship game when we return here on Beaufort Zone. 2010 is your score. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. 1st and 10 for Tarpon Springs. 2010 is your score. And the Bruins take down Phillips in the backfield on the first play of the fourth quarter. Flag is down, though. See what they call here. Holding on the Pirates. So they'll take they don't want to give them a redo of a first down. They're going to decline the penalty and make it 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 14, excuse me. Eyes are playing tricks on me right there. McIntyre drops back, pressure off the left side. Scrambles out, rifles it. Too high for Holmes.
Third down, Tarpon Springs.
Yeah, they're playing a smart game right now, deciding not to let them redo that because the only thing they're doing is trying to take time off the clock. They already ran a play which took time off the clock, and you got it stopped. If you give them a first down, you give them an extra couple more plays to run, more time off the clock. So smart move. right there by the coaching staff, electing to decline that.
So 3rd and 14 here for the Pirates. Trip to the top of your screen. McIntyre drops back, looking right, goes off the read, scrambles back, and he's going to have to throw this away. Never mind. He makes some space. McIntyre looking to throw. Found Phillips. Phillips makes a move, and he gets the first.
Man, what a play right there. Something scary you never want to see your quarterback doing, going backwards. I almost thought it was over, and able to find a way to keep his eyes downfield. And I mentioned that at the beginning of the game. That's what you're going to see from him, the ability to keep his eyes down the field while he's moving behind the line. He doesn't think to run. A lot of times you think the quarterback's ability to escape the pocket once the pressure collapses. He finds a way to stay behind the line and keep his eyes downfield. He is trying to grow that ball no matter what. If he runs, it was a last resort.
So 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Someone in the chat doing their best Chris Collinworth impression. McIntyre rifles it to Jackson. Jackson spins off, has the sideline. Jackson, nothing but green grass ahead of him. One man to beat, and touchdown Pirates. And that might do it. Trey Jackson with a marvelous play.
And everybody's starting to get in on the party now.
So now Ryan DeCamp getting set up for this extra point opportunity. Line drive really low, but able to bang it through is DeCamp.
It got in and it's not blocked. That's all.
That's all that matters. So 27 to 10 for the Pirates. Pirates making a lot more plays than the Bruins so far. That drive highlighted by the Patrick Mahomes-esque scramble and improvisation of McIntyre to find Phillips, get the first down. Then the very next play, Trey Jackson shows off the speed and agility to run it in for 6. Gearing up for a kickoff. Kicker getting a little jiggy before the kickoff, but he booms one. Stays right in bounds. Toombs takes it at the 5-yard line. Toombs trying to reverse field, but the Pirates have great coverage on that special teams.
And man, you want to talk about the opportunity there. It might have bounced out of bounds, maybe, the opportunity. And you could have got the ball at the 35-yard line. Instead, you decide to run it, and now your team has to drive. Not only are you down, you got to drive 93
length of the field.
yards.
But let's see if they can get this offense rolling. Ever since that run game has kind of been a little stifled, it seems like their passes haven't been as effective. So this Bruins offense is itching to get back on the field, itching to get back on the board. Went a whole quarter shutout. Four wide receivers. Running back in motion. Brumfield, swing pass, lowers his shoulder, and he's gonna have a gain of 3. That's Chris Pruitt, and the aforementioned Chris Pruitt is gonna be down on the play. So we'll be right back here on Beaufort's Own. Welcome back here on Beaufort's Own. Second down, Michael Pruitt had we helped off the field. We're gonna hope that he's all right. Free rusher and Napoleon gets Brumfield, is on his legs. Brumfield still makes a throw, and he catches it for the first down. What a play by Brumfield, able to stay on his feet. And we have another player down. So looks like a Pirates down here. We'll be right back here on Beaufort's Own after the injury. Timeout. welcome back here on Beaufort's Own. The injured player was number 5, Trent Jackson. He was able to make it off the field on his own power. So we're going to hope that he is okay as well. Back-to-back injury is something you never like to see in sports, let alone injuries in general is something you never like to see in sports. So Brumfield takes a snap on first down after a great play. Brumfield steps up. Brumfield has room to run. He cuts in, and he has another first down.
Yeah, and right there's the difference between McIntyre and Broomfield. Broomfield, once he pulls that ball down, if he sees enough green grass, he's taking off, and he's trying to get that first down, and especially at this point in the game, he's trying to will his team back into it.
Brumfield, empty backfield. He comes in, and Napoleon takes him down.
And Napoleon says enough of all of that running around. You trying to get after there's one play he got loose but was able to throw the ball. He scrambled for a first down there. And Napoleon says, no more of that. Let's go ahead and wrap that up.
So second down, loss of a yard. Second down and 11 coming up.
Yeah.
Empty backfield. Brumfield, pressure off the side of both sides, and then he's taken down. Great play there. Nice little sally.
Yeah, about to say two sacks in a row now. And it looks like
Time out here from the Bruins, and we have a scuffle going on. Tempers are flaring. Both players are getting broken up by teammates.
yeah, we're not going to show that part. I never like to show that part of the game. I always like to keep it clean. I always hate when tempers start flaring, especially when a team is losing. Somebody always wants to throw a pity party, at some point in the game. But, it's unfortunate that it happens. And, we want to continue to focus on the bright spots. We want to talk about the growth of semi-pro, how organized you. Right here in Memorial Stadium in Savannah, Georgia, you got two very good run organizations. It's growth celebrating. We look like we might get back-to-back champions here. The league owner, Michael Torres, he's been doing a great job here in this league, making sure he gets great venues, trying to do a 2A and a 3A, did an all-star game, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So we want to continue to focus on the growth. You got, the EAFL, the CFA was great for a long while. The TSMFL, Tri-State, they're doing their championship rescheduled from last week from the weather. You got a lot of good leagues. MLF is going on this fall. So there's a lot of great growth here in semi-pro. We're working. The Sunshine Bowl has still been going for a long time now, where you get some of those national bowl games in to try to see who's the best of the best from, different leagues. And that's the stuff that we want to focus on, and we want to continue to focus on the growth of the leagues and the teams here at the semi-pro level, man.
But we had a timeout from the Bruins. Looks like they're coming back on the field now, so we won't go to break.
Well, the referees are still talking some things around. I don't know if they're going to throw some players out or something like that.
We will head to break then if they're still discussing. We will head to break.
Well, I think there goes the whistle right there, but we'll go. The moment we go to break, they come back. Third down.
Third down and long here for the Bruins. Jordan Wiggins was the DN on that sack. Wanted to give him credit. Brumfield has pressure everywhere. Wiggins almost had another one. And Brumfield ends up throwing it away.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, where you get dangerous, in these games, is that now that the Pirates are up, you see they're getting after the QB. That's because they don't got to worry about the run. They're not planning on the Bruins running anytime soon. They got to get back in this game, so they got to throw the ball, and that's when those D linemen can tee off, and that's something that we talk about the greatness of someone in the league like Myles Garrett. He played for the Browns for most of his career. He broke the sack record, and they were losing most of those games. So you got to worry about them running the ball all the time, and so you don't get that many opportunities. And you see what's happening here now that they're up 27-10 here in this fourth quarter. Those DNs, those D linemen, they're starting to tee off.
So now we have a punt coming up for the Bruins. Good punt, good hang time. Holmes is able to catch it square on this time. Tries to make a move. He's taken down just above the 40. Looks like he's at the 41, but a flag here holding.
Final play.
See what the head official calls.
Holding
Holding on the
on the
Pirates.
return team. We take our penalty from the 8-yard run. First down target Braves.
You know, and I think there's been a lot of flags thrown here tonight by the referees, but at the same time, a lot of the complaints, a lot of the referees, you don't get a lot of calls, and that's one thing these
Right.
teams can't say tonight is that they didn't get the calls. You
For
might have
sure.
gotten more than what you wanted, but the
They're
calls,
calling the square.
the
They're
calls
calling the
were
square.
made.
So 1st and 10 now from the 32 it looks to be spotted at. McIntyre hands off to James, and he's taken down immediately. Eder Bellingard
On the tackle on the
on the
play.
tackle.
No gain on the play. Second down.
2nd down and 10, no gain on the play.
Second and 10 for the Pirates from their own 32.
Quick screen pass. Washington trying to make a play, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Flag is complete. Handled by a
You know
holder
what?
of Bruins. Led by number
I don't
13,
want to do
Justin
it, but this
Leonard.
is the second
Offensive
time
down upon the
they've
play.
tried to throw
First down.
that screen pass behind Karima, and it has not it has not gone well.
Third and 12 for the
Maybe he's
Pirates.
a
Ball
strict
clock at
receiving
30.
receiver. Not much of those that you see though. Just but nonetheless, 3rd and long here for the Pirates.
Yeah, and they're just running the clock out at this point.
Already drained 2 minutes off. Deep ball. Holmes going for it. Tried to fight back. No flag called. And that is incomplete.
Fourth down.
Sideline wanted a flag. Holmes kind of wanted one. Tried to fight back for it. Wasn't able to get back to the ball. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Pirates. So now the camp coming on to punt this away. Got 5 seconds to get it off. There we go. Good bounce here. Oh, great bounce. They're going to be inside the 25.
They'll be down at around the 22-yard line. First and 10, Cherokee County.
So now the Bruins looking to get something going. Nine, around 9 minutes left to go in the game. Trying not to get shut out in the second half. Trey Matthews is the running back again. Trips to the top of your screen. Brumfield takes it, fires it, and incomplete. Was not able to get both feet down. I thought I was seeing things, but he was not able to get both
Oh, they
feet
call
down.
that incomplete.
He wasn't able to get both feet down. He was backing up. 1 foot touchdown, and another one touched out. So pass intended for number 6, Key Watson.
Got to pull out my um,
Having a blank.
yeah, I just drew one. That's not good. That's going on my that's going on my resume right there, boy.
Happens to the best of us. Trips at the top of your screen once more. Bottom of your screen, excuse me. Brumfield looking to the trip side. Fires one in the middle. Picked off. There is a flag down, but as of right now, we have a pick. And they're trying to make moves. Pirates tossing it back. Jamal Nash. He's taken down. And flags galore.
Yeah, and he made that tackle with his helmet off there.
Pass was originally picked off by Torrance Jones Jr. He flipped it back to Jamal Nash.
And of course,
Tempers are flaring again. Nearing towards the end of the game. Which I understand, it's got to be frustrating. You feel like you kind of played yourself out of the game rather than them being the better team. A lot of penalties, a lot of sloppy play for the Bruins. And then losing to the same team twice in a row in the same spot.
and the biggest game too.
The biggest
It's not
game.
like it's just a regular
Yeah.
season rivalry. At this point, it's a championship rivalry.
I
You down 0-2.
completely understand like why tempers are flaring.
Yeah, but for me, I've always been the guy. I think I'm the same person at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game. Regardless of whether we're winning or losing. But to be fair, despite my individual merits, team success has not come to my football career. I've got played for the good old Battery Creek High School, one winning season in like 20 years, and then I went and played for the Hilton Head Sharks, and that is going to send the chat in a frenzy right there because they know what the Hilton Head Sharks represent in semi-pro. And I played for them, and then I had some good spots with the Raiders, as far as team success goes, but I think that's why my sportsmanship might be a little bit okay because football haven't been the best.
You lose enough, you just start to get used to it.
Yeah,
At any level,
yeah,
really.
and then I'm also, looking in the chat, and I forgot, the North, since the league had started, this is Elite Bowl number 5, the North has not won the championship. The North has lost to Florida, mostly Florida, the South, in this league pretty much every year. So this is another win for the South, Southern Conference.
So it looks like it was a penalty on the Pirates before the interception was thrown. So the Bruins will stay on the field. Bruins offense will stay on the field. Bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Cherokee County Bruins. Another trips look. Brumfield looking to his right. Fires the comeback, overthrown. And coming back to that question that I asked you at the beginning of the the second half, excuse me. At the beginning of the second half, it seems like the Pirates have played really well in a close game, coming out 13-10, two scores. Defense has shut out the Bruins so far, impeding any scores that happens in these next 8 minutes. The Bruins have been shut out so far, so it seems like they're just a very clutch team whenever they need to be. They came back last year down, having their offensive struggles early on. Then now here, as we have a pass complete, but a great wrap-up tackle
Other minutes, please.
and a flag.
To number 12, Clarence Goldberry. He has about 9 yards
We have
on
a
that
lot of
play. However,
semantics
there is a
going
late
on
flag
here.
on the play.
Yeah, like I said, you get to the end, and that's what happens. But um, we talked about what the Pirates would do, if they got into a close game because they haven't really had one all season. You know what I'm saying? Well, correction, they've only had one close game all season. Every game they played this season, they've won by 21 or more. So it's hard to see what they do when they're forced into an awkward position. What their mentality is in a comeback.
Personal
But
foul.
like I said, I watched that film. Shout out to PMO Productions for that highlight from last season. I watched their coverage from last year, and in that game, it was basically the same way. Low scoring for the Pirates at the beginning, some turnovers and some big run plays for the Pirates. The Pirates got the lead early, and then the Bruins got the lead early, and then next thing you know, the Pirates came back and won that game.
Tarpon plays.
So while we're talking about the Pirates, they called a personal foul on the defense. Now we have a timeout from the Pirates. So we'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. 27-10 is your score. Pirates are leading. 8 minutes left to go in the game. Brumfield has the snap, steps up, slips right before the 50-yard line, marking him down at the 49. And while we were on break, they warned both coaches. Wish we could be like a fly, just to hear what
On the
they
wall,
said.
yeah.
But they warned both. It looked like they warned both coaches, letting them know that the antics keep going on, they'll just cancel the game, more than likely.
Yeah, especially once you get this late in the game. But I think the speech was about you got your families here. This is the highest level right now for semi-pro. You're in the championship game. Let's cut out the foolishness. Let's finish the game. And it was a joke. Somebody earlier they called me Unk in the chat, but with these referees, they're the real Unks. And sometimes those speeches, I've been in them, and they basically, hey man, they too old for this, man. They ain't got time to be breaking up no fights. They gonna call the game and they gonna be going home. You know what I'm saying? So it was, it was probably a little bit more or less of that, especially and also how to represent the league and your family and your teams after you done been had a great season. Let's not end it in the last game on a bad note.
So far, Brumfield has used his legs both times on this drive. His legs have been the main contributor this set of downs. But now we have a third down coming up for the Bruins. The 52-yard line, the ball is set. Brumfield in shotgun, looking left, rolls out left. Napoleon with the sack. And if we had to crown a defensive MVP, it would be Napoleon. He's been everywhere for the Pirates.
Yeah, and we said that. Like I said, we watched the film. We called him I dubbed him. I dubbed him what they're gonna call that position the pirate. He's gonna be all over the field. He's gonna be covering some. He's gonna be coming off the edge. He's gonna switch sides to different sides of the field where they feel like the matchup is. He's gonna be everywhere. And it was a little bit of a slow start, but it's gotten going. He's got a couple sacks. He's broken up some passes, and he's stopped the run. So he's done his job, and he's definitely played well.
If anybody was like really in tune to the NFL, back when Jalen Ramsey was the Rams, he's kind of playing that role, like that nickel, that do everything nickel role. I believe they called him the star, is what they called him in their defense. But that's kind of what Napoleon is reminding me of, his role in this Pirates his defense. And we have a timeout from the Bruins. Don't go anywhere. We'll return with the last 6 minutes of the 2026 EAFL Championship game here on Beaufort Zone. Welcome back here on Beaufort's own. Substitution at quarterback as Key Watson has a big play, getting them across midfield. But what a strike there from Danquarius Hart.
And there's some of that, they have a change at quarterback, and you're not expecting them to make a big play, and you think they're going to throw it away, and instead it's the opposite. They go right down the field.
So Hart drops back now.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, I think he was expecting maybe an out and up or a fade, and the receiver ran an out route. Nobody was there.
Yeah, and that's something that you see clear as day. A lot of times, they overuse the word, miscommunication, and sometimes the play was just bad, but there's miscommunication. He was ready to throw that ball deep towards the end zone and take a shot.
So second down and 10 coming up for the Bruins. Around 5:30 left to go. Two-back set. Bad snap. Hart rolls out. Tries to find Toombs with a great catch. Napoleon is all over it, but what a catch from Toombs.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bad start to the play, and you see the athleticism there, but it looks like Toombs is now going to be down.
And we'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone after the injury. zone. Toombs was able to walk off the field on his own power, so we're hoping that everything is okay with him. Hart takes the snap, drops back, looking left, fires. Nobody in the vicinity.
Pass incomplete. Fourth down.
And we can tell Hart's mentality when it comes to stepping in the game. He's ready to air it out.
Yeah, he's the gunslinger. He's trying to air it out. He's trying to find something downfield. Unfortunately, nobody's in position when he's trying to throw those balls downfield.
So now 4th down coming up for the Bruins.
Fourth and 19 for the 43.
Matthews and Hart in the backfield. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Hart drops back. Finds Watson. Watson makes a move. Watson doing his own little jig, and Watson gets it right in front of the 30.
Short of the line to gain and turnover on down.
Short of the line to gain still, though. Not enough, and that will be Pirates ball. Turnover on downs for the Bruins. So the Pirates looking to try to make this the last drive, hopefully.
Yeah, they're definitely going to come in here. They're going to try to run this ball out here. Try to see if they can take this last 5 minutes off the clock and at least possibly get it down to the 2-minute warning.
Hand off to Phillips. Phillips trying to find a gap, not able to find one. Bruins do a great job of stuffing that run. Looks like it's going to be maybe a gain of 1 or no gain on the play. No gain at all. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
And it's a good thing, for the Pirates that they're at the point where, they got to run the ball and they're only trying to run out the clock. It looks like they didn't have to depend on it because if they did, yeah, I think their yards per carry average is very low, but
Yeah,
it's doing its job.
Might be in the dirt. But that's mostly why they're an air raid team. They run when they need to. McIntyre drops back, finds his man, looks like Holmes. And Holmes makes a maneuver, gets the 1st down.
Gain 11 on the play. First down, Tarpon Brains.
And they're taking their time right now. They're just running that clock up. They're going to go slow to the huddle. They still got a whole another 30 seconds or so. Just trying to let the clock run.
Take their time getting to the line. Trips at the top of your screen. Holmes, the solo receiver on the bottom. Hand off to Phillips. Phillips bounces it outside. Phillips breaking tackles. He gets lit up, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Getting ready to approach the 2-minute warning. Hand off again to Phillips. And he gets met at the line.
First on the carry.
Alder Ballengard meets him there. But that will be the 2-minute warning. Welcome back here on Beaufort Zone. Just getting out of the 2-minute warning. Pirates lead 27-10 with this game all but wrapped up. Motion here, McIntyre keeps it, looking around, rifles it to Holmes. Just over his head. Flag on the play. Looks like we're going to be holding on the Pirates.
Holding against the offense will be a 10-yard penalty. Ready, second down.
So second down and long here for the Pirates now.
Well, I think it's official. The substitutes, the subs are in for both teams now. Well, at least the Pirates.
Quick screen pass. It's not going anywhere. Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding on the offense. And they're going to decline.
Holding against the offense. Penalty is declined. Third down.
Four out set, third and long here for the Pirates. Keeper from McIntyre. And McIntyre dives forward. Not enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And the punt unit is on its way. Timeout, Tarpon Springs. And we'll be right back. Or timeout, Cherokee County, excuse me. We'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone after the break. here on Beaufort's own. About a minute 30 left to go in the game. A big line drive punt. Toombs fumbles it, but he's able to recover, and he's down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that'll all but do it. And you see there, even in the final moments, having a little bit of a problem there. And, that's just a sign of, how the day's going, for the Bruins. Continuously just shooting themselves in the foot.
So now we're waiting the Bruins to get out of their huddle. So first down and 10 for the Bruins. Hart in at quarterback, Watson in motion. Hart screen pass, and it's dropped.
Pass incomplete. Second down.
Second down and 10 now. Watson in motion once more. Same play, same setup at least, and it's a flag called. Pass was intercepted.
Flag on the play.
But it looks like it's going to be pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference against the defense. Will be 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down to Cherokee County.
Who's trying to fight though? Yeah, but who on there? Oh, Chris got his shit taken off too. He over there trying to break it up. Chris, the quarterback.
Hart keeps it, fakes the pass, stays in bounds, spin move, and he's going to be taken down just before the 50.
With 3 minutes scoring his Hart off the quarterback keeper, getting 8 yards on the play. Or gain 9 yards on the play, second down. Second and 1 from the 49.
There's one thing, at least there's no quitting Hart. He's stepping onto the field at the substitution role, and he's been playing hard. He's been trying to chuck it deep. You know him taking off on a run there.
Hart drops back, scanning the pocket, finds his man, gets upfield, and the Pirates take him down.
The pass is number 20, Derek Sidwell. Moves it out to the 39-yard line. First down, Cherokee County.
And this right here, this one's just a little bit for pride right here. They're trying to just get a score here to end the game. A little bit of pride.
Clock is running now. 11 seconds left. Hart drops back, looking long, intercepted, and that will seal it. The Pirates walk into Georgia and make the Bruins walk the plank for their second straight ring. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the final play of the game.
At this point, it really doesn't even matter at this point. That is the final score. It's going to be 27-10. It's roughing the passer. They're going to call it on the spring, so it's going to negate it, but they're going to give them one free play. Does it seem like there?
That's what it looks like. So one last breath. Harden shotgun. Drops back. And he is taken down.
So the interception called back on the flag for roughing the passer, and then how about that one, a legal sack for roughing the passer?
And here comes the celebration. The Pirates repeat with a final score of 27-10. They win the rematch against the Cherokee County Bruins. What a performance. Thank you guys for tuning in here on Beaufort's Own. Again, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Tristan Roberts. Here alongside me is the cameraman, the color commentator, the graphics guy, Javon Livingston. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Beaufort's Own.
County Bruins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us recognize the 2026 Elite American Football League champion, head coach and owner David Zinsser, and the Tarpon Springs Pirates.
And there are your champions. Tarpon Springs Pirates repeat once. They repeat again. Two rings in a row for some of the coaches, some of the players. And ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you guys for tuning into Beaufort's Own for the 2026 EAFL Championship game between the Tarpon Springs Pirates and the Cherokee County Bruins. Again, I am Tristan Roberts. Alongside me was Javon Livingston on color. And you guys have a good night.